Assalamu alaikum everybody, this is Ariba from Iman Power, and today I wanted to talk to you about something that you must have heard about in the news, about what happened in New Zealand. Very sad, tragic event that has hurt us all really badly, no matter where we are, whichever part of the world we are in. And today I want to talk to you about, what we can do to help those people. Rather than, just sit there, feel all the sadness and absorb it all in our heart and maybe, complain about it, complain about that hatred and so on. See those people in so much pain and not being able to do anything about it. If you want to be able to do something about it, be of help, be of use to those people, be of support to those people, then this is an idea I had for what you, especially you as children, can do. So I'm not talking to adults in this video. This is for you children, and especially in a lot of the time, kids don't get an opportunity to help out in these situations. Maybe adults are donating funds and so on, but as kids you might be like, what can I do except just talk about it, complain about it, feel sad about it? What is it that you can do to help those people? So here it is. I have this idea to show your support to them, and not just to the people who are injured, who are in the hospitals, their families who must be going through so much horror right now, and the families of people who have lost their lives, the sadness they must be in. And not just them, the people of that community, the people who maybe lost their best friends, people they used to know, an uncle or a friend of the masjid, a teacher maybe. And what about the children of that community? And then maybe they didn't know someone directly who was injured or passed away, but they used to go to that masjid. It was their masjid, and this is what happened there. How terrified they must be right now. So I have an idea of what you can do to help those children. And not just them, but children all over the world who in many countries, in many parts of the world, might be feeling really alone and scared right now. You can be that support for them, and it's so easy. Write a letter of support for them. Write a letter of support for them. Your words that you want to tell them, to help them in this moment. From your heart. You don't have to be the best writer. You don't have to be really good at, language, English, writing, anything. No, just from your heart. What do you want to say to them? To give them courage right now. To give them support right now. If they were right next to you, what would you say to them to help them? What do you wish you could say to them? Write that in that letter. And, there's a hadith Qudsi where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that on the day of judgment, He will ask the people, I was sick and you did not come to visit me. And the person will say, Ya Allah, how could I come and visit you? You are the Lord of the worlds. And Allah doesn't get sick. Allah will say, didn't you know that this servant of mine was sick and you didn't come and visit them? Now, for us, they're far away from us, in a different country, far away country. You can't go and visit them. But maybe our words can visit them. Our hearts can visit them in this way. Our feelings can reach them that way. Our support can reach them. Visiting the sick is for what reason? To help them, to support them. You're to support, at least your emotional support, that you're with them. That will reach them through your letters, inshallah. So show them that we are one ummah, we are with them, and your du'as are with them, especially for the people who are in hospitals right now or their family. They're begging Allah for help. Your du'as, the du'as of children all over the world are with them. This is going to mean so much to them, that we haven't forgotten about them and got busy in our lives playing the same games, watching TV, school, so on, and forgotten about. No, they are in our hearts, in our du'as. We are also concerned about them, remembering that they are in the hospitals. They are, they need help, and they are in our du'as. This is at least what we can do, and they are in our du'as. Remind them of that. Maybe there are some words of encouragement from the Quran that maybe you have heard from adults around you, to help them have no fear except for the fear of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Don't fear anybody. To remind them they haven't, the closeness they have achieved to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala through this hardship. Remind them of, use the words of Allah to remind them about this, the great reward of patience. Or many other things you might have heard from your adults around you, your teachers, your parents, or maybe you have read in the Quran. Use those words on those letters. Use words from your heart that you would say to a friend, a part of your ummah, your brothers, your sisters. You could address the letter to the children of that society, the children all around the world who might be scared to, right now of being Muslims, whether they're in America or UK or Australia or New Zealand or, whichever part of the world. Write a letter addressing them. Or you could write a letter, maybe there is a particular victim you really feel bad about, you've heard of them. Right, addressing them. Or addressing that community, addressing the people who have, passed away, addressing the people, their families. Write a letter, do something rather than just feeling sad about it, because just feeling sad and not doing anything about it only makes us more sad and makes it feel despair, and we don't want that. We want to do something about it. We want to be of help right now. And this is what no matter how little you are, like 6 or 7, or you are 16 or 17, you can do this, and we need you to do this right now to show that support. What I want to do, inshallah, is build a wall of these letters that is there for everybody to see, inshallah. So depending, if we get a lot of letters, inshallah, we are going to build a wall online for people to see that all these letters from all over the world, from children, of support for those people, for other children in the world, for the children in that community, to people injured, families of the victims, and so on. So write that letter, take a photograph of it, send it to me at support@imanpower.com, and if you can, then please post it to the masjid. Post, it is not hard to find the address of those masjid. I don't know when and how it will reach them, but we are doing it for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, help reach them, reach exactly the people you want to reach. So we know, you can look up on Google the address of the 2 masjid. If you need help, you can ask me. I would be happy to help you find that address out, give you that address, and post it to the masjid. I know the masjids are probably locked down right now, as far as I know, so it might be a while before it reaches it. So inshallah, before that, maybe through our online presence of those letters, maybe they will reach them faster, or they will at least, inshallah, reach the children of that community or children around the world. So take a photograph of the letter that you write, or if you are, you could even draw something that you want to draw to show your support. You could, if you are, really, if you feel like my letter is really private, you can just take a photograph of the envelope that you're going to post out to them and send that. So at least you can say, that counts, that you are another one who wrote. Maybe it's private, but still there. So send that letter, tell me, where you're from, write in letter that I'm writing from, which country, how old you are, mention that, so they know that these are not like, these are coming from children. They're going to mean so much that way, inshallah, when they get them. So write how old you are, where you're from, and just pour your heart out. What is, I'm sure there are a lot of feelings and a lot of thoughts in your mind, in your heart about what has happened. Just write that out. Just write that out. So, I hope, inshallah, may Allah put barakah in that and help it to reach their hearts and make a difference in their healing. Help the healing of those people in that community, the victims, their families, and of many hundreds of children who are terrified right now. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala strengthen all of us through that, showing that we are one together as an ummah for each other. You can help in doing that. Don't back off from that. You know, this is not something that's going to take you ages to do and hours to do. It's a 10-15 minute task. You don't have to write the best letter in the world. It could be 1 line, it could be 5 lines, and if you really want to put a lot of time, go ahead and do that. But it's an easy task, and a task that can make a big difference, inshallah. Do it for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We might never hear back from them. That's okay. We're only doing it for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Make that your intention. Do it rather than just feeling the sadness and just sitting there and not doing anything about it. Do something about it. Write the letter before Sunday and send it to me. Write it, take a photograph before Sunday and send it to me, and then you can mail it out to them, inshallah. So Jazakallah khair. I look forward to receiving those letters and, you know, building this wall of support for anybody who needs that support. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put barakah in it, and may Allah help you write that letter for your brothers and sisters around the world to show them that we are together for each other. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum.